Hey everybody, it's Jason and welcome to our Missouri Yard. Today is Wednesday, March 11th, and it is a beautiful 64 degrees out. It's about 4:30 p.m. and it's just gorgeous out. I decided to take the afternoon and just spend it in the yard. So, if you remember in the last video, I blew out the leaves out of some of the flower beds and mowed them with the bagger, so and got all those leaves out of the way. Now for this video, I'm going to be raking the yard. Now, this isn't what you would think of as a usual, like a fall raking. So yeah, I'm going to be getting some leaves and some other debris out of the yard, but I'm not raking it up into piles and hauling it off. All I'm doing is I'm raking it because this time of year, I like to rake up the grass because some of it is still laying down pretty flat from the snow laying on it, so it just lays down the grass flat. Now, I've already raked this front area here that we call like the shaded area, and I already raked that. So I'm a little bit out of breath and walking up the hill. I mean, I still don't have my summer conditioning yet. I should have spent a little more time on the treadmill this winter. So I'm a little out of breath. But, so, what we're working on, well, let's see, let's back up. So last fall, if you recall, I mowed the grass short at 2.5 inches. Now, with the turf type tall fescue, you always want to mow it tall during the growing season. I always keep mine at minimum of 4 inches during the late spring through the summer and into the early fall. But the last fall I cut it down to 2.5 inches, and when I did that I was also bagging it, so I was getting leaves and everything I could out of it, because we have a lot of big mature trees around here. So the grass is still really short, and that helps with a couple things, because one, when it lays down, it's not laying down real flat, and it can get up, and it's easy to pull up and get lifted up, so we get a nice airflow going through that grass. And so one thing I did notice is that I didn't have any snow mold. I was really happy about that, so I don't have to deal with that. And a lot of the grass has already popped up, just sitting up straight. So except for the areas that like the sun is shaded from the yard, from by the house, or just because the sun is still low in the sky. Otherwise, it's looking pretty good. There were some areas where leaves were stuck to the ground, where in between the grass, so I had to rake that up, got that out. So I got the grass lifted up straight, and I got any debris, leaves, etc., mulch from when I was blowing the flower beds, that kind of stuff. I got that all raked up. It's sitting on top of the grass now. So I'm going to go over mow it again and bag it, and then see how it looks. So let me show you how it looks now, where I've already raked it. Okay, hold on. All right, so this is the front area, and you can see it's getting pretty green already. And I'll show you like this area here where I think a lawnmower track is what that is actually, but there were leaves and stuff that were just stuck to the dirt, and so I raked it up and it's just sitting on top of it now. But you can see all the debris that I've lifted up off the ground. So throughout the winter, I've been dealing with leaves. There's just so many big mature trees around here that we just got a lot of leaves. So as much as I did in the fall to prepare for it, we're just going to deal with it. So that's what I've got right now. Like I said, I just raked it to get everything sitting up on top of it, and now I'm going to go mow and bag it, and I'll show you the afterthought. I'll show you the after, how it looks when I get all the debris out of it. All right, it's been all mowed. Look at that. It looks a lot better. There's still a couple leaves out there here and there, but that looks a lot better. A lot better. And I got to mow. So, just in case I didn't mention it before, I'm still have my mower set at 2.5 inches. So it's still going really low. I'm not cutting any grass because it's just still dormant. It's greening up, but it hasn't grown enough to cut any grass. And as such, and I think I mentioned in my last video too, I have not serviced my lawnmower yet. Okay, still have dull blade. Haven't changed the air filter. Still using last year's gas. All that stuff. And that's simply because of what I'm doing right now. I'm hitting sticks. I'm hitting big chunks of mulch. I may find some rocks. I don't know what I'm going to hit during the first mowing of the season. So I wait until after I get through all this part, and then I go and sharpen my blade or put a new blade on and service the lawnmower, so I don't damage any of the new stuff going through all this lawn debris and whatnot. Now I do want to show you something. Over here on our path, we got a chipmunk working again. I don't know if you can tell that. See that or not? Let me see if I can get down there lower. You see that? Right in here. Got a chipmunk work underneath there. We had a problem with that last year. We got it all leveled out and fixed. I had a buddy come over and help me. So I have to fix that at some point again too. And I went out to the Kansas City Lawn Care Nut group, Facebook group, and got some suggestions of what to do about them chipmunks. So I gotta look through all those and see what I'm gonna do. But that is it. Man, I like that. It's turning green. I want to show you something else too. My neighbors across the street. So I don't know, it was some certain time period, I guess. I don't know if it's just mid-Missouri or what, but sweet gum trees were planted all over the place. Okay, this is really awkward when cars keep driving by. So sweet gum trees planted all over the place. And neighbor across the street's got huge ones. And sweet gum trees, for those who are not familiar, they drop what's called gumballs. And that is these spiky little balls like that. Let me get some better light. I mean, they are hard and they hurt. But you get big mature trees and your whole yard, it gets covered in them. Look at that. What a pain. So what they have done is they have someone, it's an elderly couple, so they have someone come along with a big backpack blower, and he blows them. It's kind of a neat process. He blows them all into the street, and then he just shovels them onto the back of his trailer, and then he takes them out to the landfill and dumps them. The yard waste area, not the landfill. I mean, I get a couple of them. They're not too big of an issue for me. I get a couple along the curb, which, dang it, I got to clean that out. I should have blown that out before I mowed. Oh well. All right, so that's all I got for you today. I mean, I'm going to continue to work in the yard, do the rest of the yard, but it's the same thing I just did right there. So, what do you think of my sweet shirt? I know it's backwards because I'm using my phone, the Lawn Whisperer. Now, I am not the Lawn Whisperer. Let me clarify that. That is a guy out in Indiana. Check out his channel. It's pretty awesome. He has some great content. I really enjoy watching his channel. But Heather got this shirt for me for Christmas, and I've been anxious to wear it. And it's the first time I've been out in the yard to be able to wear it. So, Master of Mowology, the perfect cut. So, all right, so I'm gonna get back to work. On behalf of Heather, who takes care of the flowers, myself, who take care of the lawn, thanks again for visiting our Missouri yard. Have a good night.